If you want to view your members' attendance in WebWork, you can do that by going down to Reports, then go to Attendance. Then from here you'll be able to see the attendance. Firstly, here at the top you'll be able to set specific filters. So for example, here we have filters like members, teams, titles, and the time period. Then here on the right you can also filter by all members, late, left early, tracked less, absent, and on leave. And then you can choose what columns you want to see. So for example, team, title, status, and etc. You can customize these columns to your liking. Then at the bottom here you can actually see the data. So for example, here we have members, then statuses. So for example, present, late, on leave, and absent. There are also other statuses like left early or tracked less. Then we have shift start and end, so it will show when the member's shift is starting and ending, as well as what time they started. And if they were late and got a pop-up asking them why they were late, you'll be able to see the reasoning over here. Then we have end time. Same thing goes for here, so if a person leaves early, the next day they'll get a pop-up and you'll be able to see the reason. After that we have shift length. You'll be able to see how long their shift is. And then lastly we have track time. So you'll be able to see how much time they've tracked for the day. In this section you can only view for one day. However, in the custom interval section, you can choose a specific period and view the data for that period. So for example, I can put it for last week. And here we can see all the data for all the members for last week. And lastly we have chart. Here you'll be able to see all the information about your members in a chart form. You can choose a specific chart type, so for example line chart, bar chart, pie chart, or calendar. So in the calendar type you can choose a specific member, the year, and their status, and you can view it as a calendar. Like here we can see which days I was present, on leave, left early, and etc. Now if we go back to the other chart types, here you can set a specific period, then you can choose the color. Here you can add different filters and then edit the chart type. So for example, the color scheme, the chart axis, for example on the x-axis it will be members and on the y-axis it will be total time. You can customize it to your liking. So for example on the x-axis we can put team, and on the y-axis there are many different other values. So for example I'll just put manual time. And here after changing the chart details I can see this new chart. And lastly we have omit zero values. So whenever there are values that are zero, it will not be showing those values. Another way you can make charts is by dragging and dropping a specific area you want to make a chart for. So for example, I'll choose this area. Then I can go ahead and click right click. From here I can either export or create a chart range. So for example, I'll go ahead and create a bar chart. And from here you can see I've created a chart using this data. Here you can customize the chart, the data, as well as the format. And if you want to download this chart, you can go ahead and click here and click on download chart. Lastly, at the top, if you want to export this data to someone who doesn't have access to WebWork, from here you can click export and export as a CSV, Excel, or PDF file. You can also share it as a link, so whenever someone clicks on this link, they'll be able to see all this data. Even if a person doesn't have access to WebWork, they'll still be able to view this link. Here is an example of how the link looks like. So on this website, I do not have access to WebWork, and I'm still able to access the link. And lastly, we have schedule a report. Here you can receive automatic reports on your email. So for example, here you must write your email address, your subject, message, the title of the report, file type. Here we have CSV, Excel, PDF, what columns will be included in the report, the date frequency, so daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, as well as the report period, today and yesterday. Lastly, we have the time zone. So here you can select your time zone, as well as what time you want to receive this report on your email. Once you fill this all out, you can go ahead and click Save.